Hello everybody, welcome to Mathethics original channel. Thank you for watching our videos. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. In today's lesson, we will solve multi-step linear equation. We have 4 basic steps when we're solving linear equations. First, we check to see if there is any parentheses. If there is any parentheses in the equation, then we'll remove them by using the distributive property. Second, we combine any like term on the left or the right side of the equation. Now remember, like terms, it has to be the same variable and the same exponent. You cannot add a number with a letter or with a variable. So this is not like term. After you combine the like term, we do any addition or subtraction. We add or subtract that same number on both sides of the equation. Then we do multiplication or division on same side of the equation. Let's use some example. If we have 6x plus 3, negative 6x plus 3 equal 15. First, we check to see if there was any parentheses, and we don't have any of that. So therefore, we can go ahead and proceed with the second step. Combine like terms. There is no term to combine on the left. We cannot combine 6x and 3 because there is no x in 3. And there is not another number on the right side of the equation. So there is no like term to combine on the left and there is no like term to combine on the right. So now we need to add and subtract. When we say add and subtract is if you have something that's add to the variable, then you subtract. If it's minus, then you add. In this case, I got plus 3. So because I got plus 3, then I have to subtract 3 on both sides of the equation. Minus 3 equal 15 minus 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. So you got negative 6x plus 0 equal 15 minus 3 is 12. And we already know 0 is neutral. So that simply be negative 6x equal 12. Now, the fourth step is to apply multiplication or division. So because negative 6 multiply x, then we have to divide by negative 6. We always use the inverse operation. So that's multiplication, then we're going to divide by negative 6 on both sides of the equation. So that will cancel negative 6, will cancel negative 6. We're going to have x by itself. So we got x equal negative 2. Example 2. We have 2 equal 8y minus 6. Again, we check to see if there is any parentheses, and there is none. No parentheses here. Second step, what can we combine? Check the left side of the equation. There is nothing to combine here. Check the right side. There is nothing to combine because you cannot combine 8y and 6. They are not the same term. Now, step 3. Add or subtract. We look at that number by itself. That's negative 6. So we have a minus 6 here. So we always use the inverse operation. So the inverse operation for minus is plus. So we have to add 6 on both sides of the equation. So we got 2 plus 6 equal 8y minus 6 plus 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. These two cancel each other, that's 0. And you got 8y. Now, last step is multiplication or division. So we see that 8 is multiply y. So because 8 is multiply y, and the inverse operation for multiplication is division, so therefore we have to divide both sides by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1, and that is y. So therefore we can say y equal 1. Example 3. You have negative 5 over 8 r plus 4 equal negative 6. First step is to check if there is any parentheses. Left side, no parentheses. Right side, no parentheses. So we don't have to worry about that. Step 2 is combining like term. Left side, there is no like term here to combine. Right side, there is no like term here to combine. Then adding or subtracting. We always check for the number that stands by itself with no variable. So in this case is plus 4. And because the inverse operation of addition is subtraction, so we're gonna have to subtract 4 on both sides of the equation. So negative 5 over 8 r plus 4 minus 4 equal negative 6 minus 4. 4 minus 4 is 0, so we have negative 5 over 8 r equal negative 10. Now, multiplication or division. In this case, there are two ways we can do this, but we're gonna just do in one way. So we got negative 5, 8 multiply r. So the first thing you can do to get rid of that 8 is by multiply. Now notice, negative 5 is divided by 8. So if I multiply by the reciprocal of that number, then that will eliminate. So what do I mean by reciprocal? Let's go on this side. Reciprocal. So that simply means flip the number. You flip the number, or you flip the number. So if I have, example, if I have a quarter, 1 over 4, the reciprocal will be 4 over 1, which is 4. If I have 2/3, the reciprocal will be 3 over 2. So reciprocal is when the numerator becomes denominator and denominator becomes numerator. Now, let's go back to our example. The reciprocal of 5, 8 is 8 over 5. So you're going to multiply everything by negative 8 over 5. Negative 10 times negative 8, excuse me, over 5. Now, over here, so all is going to cancel each other out. So negative 5 going to cancel the negative and the 5 out, and the 8 going to cancel the 8 out. So all you're going to have left is r equal, now on this side right here, Negative 10 can be simplified by 5, so that will be negative 2 times negative 8. Negative 2 times negative 8 is positive 16. Okay, so all you have to do here is multiply by the reciprocal. You have to understand reciprocal is when you flip the fraction. So if you have a fraction, multiply the variable, you multiply that fraction by its reciprocal. Okay, so and then we keep the sign, of course. Another example. So let's say you have 8x plus 6 equal 4x minus 14. First step, you check to see if there is any parentheses. And no, we don't have parentheses here. Second step, is there anything that you can combine? On the left side, you cannot combine these two together. And on the right side, you cannot combine these two together. So what I can do, step 3, add or subtract. So on the left side, what can I add and what can I subtract? So because the goal is to keep the variable by itself, so we need to get rid of that 6 by subtracting 6 on both sides of the equation. So we got 8x plus 6 minus 6 equal 4x minus 14 minus 6. 6 minus 6 is 0, so we got 8x by itself here. And 4x minus 14 minus 6 is minus 20. Remember, they're both negative, so you're going to add and you keep the sign. Now, we have x here and we also have x here. So we have to move all the x term in one side of the equation. So to do this, we're gonna remove this 4x and move it to the left side of the equation with the 8x. To do that, we're gonna subtract 4x on both sides of the equation. Eight x minus 4x is 4x. And 4x minus 4x does 0, so all you have left is that negative 20. Last step is to deal with division or multiplication. In this case, you see 4 multiply x. And the inverse operation for multiplication is division. So we're going to divide both sides by 4. Then x will be equal to negative 5. Let's do another example. If we have negative 7 minus 5t minus 13 equal 25. Seven minus 5t minus 13 equal 25. The first step to ask, do we have any parentheses here? Yes, the left side have parentheses. So we have to apply the distributive property. Now, because there is not a number, but there is a negative sign here. So that's like -1. When there is nothing in front of the parentheses, it's a 1. So pretend that this is a -1. So -1 times 5t, so we're going to have 7 minus 5t, and then you do -1 times -13, will make it positive 13. Negative times negative is positive, equal 25. Then you check step 2. Is there any like term on the left side? Yes, 7 and 13 can be combined, and that gives you 20. So you got -5t plus 20 equal 25. Now, step 3, add and subtract. So we have to deal with the term without the variable first. So in this case is 20. So we have to eliminate 20. How do we do that? Is by using the inverse operation, which is minus. So -5t minus 20, sorry, plus 20 minus 20 equal 25 minus 20. So whatever you do to one side, you also do it to the other side. 20 minus 20 is 0, so we got -5t left, equal 25 minus 20 is 5. Now, -5 multiply t. So the inverse operation for multiplication is division. So therefore, we're going to divide both sides by -5. Then we're going to have t equal -1. Thank you for watching. We will have a part 2 on that same topic. We will bring some more complex example and we will solve them together. In the meanwhile, if you have any question, do not hesitate to drop them in the comment box. Or if there was any topic you would like for me to talk about, please let me know and I will talk about it in the next video. So goodbye. I'll see you in the next video.